Hey, I wanted to go over this definition essay assignment with you and hopefully clarify some things you might be wondering about. So, third person, first of all, you're not writing in first person from the I or my point of view. That affects the types of pronouns you use. So you should not for this essay be using any I, me, my, our, we, or you. Okay, it's written in third person. So you can use he, she, it, they, one, O-N-E. So that's what we mean by third person. And you are defining something of your choosing, so you can decide. However, it does need to be something that is intangible. Okay, and that means it's not a physical object. Okay. Here are some ideas for that. It could be an emotion like anger, jealousy, a belief, a concept or ideal like accountability or freedom. It could be a habit or practice like determination, consistency. Anything to do with the way people tend to feel, act, or think. And so remember, we're not doing mechanical objects like defining a sewing machine or a car or a tool. It's about people, and it addresses and defines some aspect of what makes us human. So think about that. Think about something you're interested in, something that you feel you can adequately define or you want to look into defining. So be sure and consult class notes and essays from your textbook, some of the definition type essays in there. Your essay does need to be at least 3 full pages. Of course, this is MLA formatting, so it will be double spaced, but it does need to be 3 full pages in order to receive full credit. You would receive a below average grade if it is not 3 full pages. What else here? You do not have to use outside sources for this paper. If you do, let's not use more than 1 or 2. And if you use any sources at all, those have to be correctly documented. And then here are your due dates. Rough draft, Rough draft, September the 3rd, so that would be Friday, and that is in the online forum. That is for peer editing. And what I'm asking for on a rough draft there is at least 1 page, because then your peers will come in and give you some feedback on those. And the peer editing, where you respond to your classmates, is due September 7th. I believe that's next Tuesday. We have the holiday weekend coming up, so you have until Tuesday to respond. But then just make a good note. The final draft is due on the 9th, and you're going to turn that in and turn it in. You should have already received some feedback from the first document you submitted and turn it in, so you can see. I want you to make sure to get in there and see what that looks like. I made notes on all of them, so take a look at that, and if you have questions, don't hesitate to email me. We can touch on some of these general notes here coming from chapter 12. So this is addressing your thinking skills as much as your writing skills, so you want to look past the surface. How I would organize this paper is, in your introduction, you want to have a thesis statement that gives the points of the definition of what you're defining. And then each of those points should then become a paragraph. So you might have the definition of energetic is A, B, C, and D. And then A would be a paragraph about one aspect of the definition, B, then C, then D, and E. That's how I would organize it. Whatever mode you choose, include highly specific examples. I'll place a premium on those in my grading. That's going to make a better paper. And really think about the topic. I don't want to hear the same stuff that we've heard over and over. Everybody knows the definitions of a lot of these things. Let's hear what you uniquely think the definition of your topic is. And it talks here about how you come up with something maybe that's a little different for your topic, or if you come up with something that's more commonplace, a more common topic, then maybe you are defining it in a different way. Some of you kind of did that with education when you submitted the last writing assignment, and you said education is not necessarily what someone learns from books, and you went on to define it in a different way, and that was good. So you could do something like that. And then there's a note: you could use synonyms, which are words that mean the same, to help you define, give examples, discuss the word's origin. Maybe you develop comparisons. And remember, keep this focused. If you provide synonyms, let's do that in one paragraph, and then maybe the next paragraph would be examples, and so on. Make sure you have an organized structure to the paper. And then here are just some final points on how to write a definition essay. Be creative, humorous, startling, or serious. Keep it broad, not specific. Use examples, classify, compare, contrast, concrete details. Counterpoint: what is it not? What can't it do? That could be a paragraph. I like this one, the future. What does the future hold for this topic? So it's wide open. Just make sure you have a plan, get it organized and focused, and then just let me know if you have questions at all.